Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that late instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And the Lakers 120 to 106 over the Timberwolves. The Lakers improved to 40 and 25. They're 21 and 12 at home. The Timberwolves go to 40 and 25 and 18 and 13 on the road. Lakers win the season series 3-0 because they only play the Timberwolves 3 times a season, and they won't see each other unless they match up in the playoffs, which seems unlikely right now. But if they do, it would be an interesting matchup. Other than that, the Minnesota Timberwolves won the first quarter 21-16. They lost the second quarter 29-24, the third quarter 39-23. But they did win the fourth quarter 28-36, which wasn't enough for them to be able to make a run to be able to win the game since they was behind by so much at some points of the game, even in the fourth quarter. Julius Randle, 26 minutes, 14 points. He went 5 of 11 from the field. Did a good job of getting to that fadeaway, getting to as close to the basket as he could. But he also said, "I got some good looks from three. Let me take them." He went 1 of 5. That's not good, but he hasn't really been shooting the three ball that great. He went 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a -11 and plus minus. He's supposed to be your all-star. He needs to play at a higher level, especially on the offensive end. He hasn't really been given that to them, especially the last 2 months. So that's something that they're going to have to figure out in the offseason. I think Julius Randle is going to be a Timberwolf that long anyway. He actually stayed a Timberwolf longer than I thought that he would. And if he's going to play like this, you can't have him. You need somebody that can really put the ball in the basket in that starting lineup. And if he's not going to do that, you got to find somebody better or somebody that can play better. Jaden McDaniels, 26 minutes. He only had 6 points in this game. He went 3 of 9 from the field, 0 of 5 from three. He had good looks. He wasn't making them, even if they was wide open. He turned down some shots and was able to get closer to the basket. That worked, but he didn't do it enough. He had 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, and 3 personal fouls, and was a -10 and plus minus. He didn't really do much, even with the scoring. And then you look at the other numbers, he didn't really impact the game in any other area, which sucks. Rudy Gobert, 27 minutes, 3 points. He went 3 of 6 from the free throw line, and then he missed his only field goal. The best thing he did was get 12 rebounds, but he had no blocks or any steals. The second best thing he did was have 2 assists. He also had 5 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a -11 and plus minus. They shut Rudy Gobert out the game completely, especially on the offensive end. Dante DiVincenzo was letting it fly from three. That's what he tries to do most of the time. He went 2 of 6 from three and finished 3 of 9 from the field for only 8 points. You want to see him in double figures, and that didn't happen tonight. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls, and a -15. And Anthony Edwards, if you get 25 to 30, they got a shot. He went 2 of 15 from the field, and the part that hurt it the most is he went 1 of 10 from three. He kept launching them. He kept taking them. He kept believing that he was going to get hot. Kept believing that he'd make them eventually. Never really happened, even when he was trying to score from the two. Those shots wasn't falling. He still was able to attack the basket and still was able to get some contact and went 9 of 10 from the free throw line. That's the main reason why he scored double figures. Other than that, an awful night from him offensively. 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 personal fouls, and a -15 and plus minus. Joe Ingles, he didn't score a basket at all because he didn't take any. He had 1 assist, and that was the end of his day, being a +5 and plus minus. Kyle Anderson got close to the basket, some floaters. He went 2 of 2 from the field and 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 5 points. He did grab 6 boards. He did have 3 assists. He can do that by just being at the right spots and finding a way to get rid of the ball early. He had 1 block, 3 personal fouls, 1 offensive board, and a -6 and plus minus. Julian Phillips, 4 minutes. He had 2 points. That was the only thing that he did besides getting a rebound and an assist and a steal, which is good for 4 minutes. He also had no personal fouls and was a +5 and plus minus. Behringer played 4 minutes. He got an assist and no personal fouls and was a +5 and plus minus. All he did. Nas Reed provided the scoring that they needed. when it came to scoring inside the paint or close to it. But he went 1 of 5 from three. They needed a couple more threes to go down, and even the three that he hit was a step back, and that was a tough one. But he was able to make it, and that was really the toughest shot he made tonight. He did have 6 boards, which was tied with Kyle Anderson for the most off the bench. He also had 1 assist and 2 turnovers. He also had 2 blocks. That was game high for the Timberwolves. 3 personal fouls though, and a -12 and plus minus. And Dasumu did a good job of getting to the rim. He had 13 points, went 6 of 8 from the field to get it. That was efficient, but he did miss 2 threes, and that was all his threes that he took. So he didn't score any points from three. And then he went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did get 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, but he almost fouled out in only 20 minutes. He had 5 personal fouls, which is too much. But a lot of the Laker players are good at getting to the free throw line, so he played a part into helping them out. He was a -12 and plus minus. Jalen Clark played 4 minutes. He had 5 points. He went 2 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from three. He did a good job of just being at the right areas at the right time and just finishing plays. He had no turnovers, had no personal foul, the +5 and plus minus. Terrence Shannon Jr. came in a little late, and he did provide good scoring, whether it was getting to the basket or hitting threes. He went 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, no personal foul, was a +4 and plus minus. And then Bones Highland, 16 minutes, 11 points. He went 3 of 5 from the field, mainly going 2 of 4 from three. Since he was able to do that, he was actually able to get some contact too and went 3 of 3 from the free throw line. So a good, efficient game from Bones Highland. He also was able to set up some guys with his assists, and it's mainly because he's at the top of the key or close to it, can make a quick pass depending on where you're at on the court and find you. And it's good that he didn't turn the ball over at all in this one. He also had a block, no personal fouls, and was a -2 and plus minus. And then you look at the Lakers. Rui Hachimura had a nice dunk in this one. Then he went 4 of 8 from the field and 1 of 4 from three. You know he's going to be that guy that if you leave him open, he's going to either finish or he's going to shoot it, and he has a good chance of making them go in. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnovers, and he almost fouled out. That's why he only played 24 minutes in this one. He was a +3 and plus minus. DeAndre Ayton, he did a good job tonight finishing that in the paint. He went 7 of 11 from the field for 14 points. He had 12 boards. That's a double-double for him. He missed all his free throws, though. 0 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 2 assists, no turnovers, and a steal. He had 4 personal fouls and 5 offensive boards out of the 12 and finished as a +10 and plus minus. Marcus Smart, he played 31 minutes. He had 8 points. He went 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, and 2 steals. You know, he's out there to provide a little bit of space and a little bit of scoring, and obviously some good ball movement and some solid defense. He did those things tonight, even though he wasn't the most efficient, but he wasn't the worst either. When it came to making shots, he had 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, a +14, a plus minus. Luka Wonderboy Doncic, the Don Doncic, 35 minutes, 31 points. He was just throwing up some tough shots. He was able to make a couple of them. He went 11 of 24 from the field. He went 4 of 12 from three. Like I said, he has tough shot selection, but you know he understands still how to get to the basket. He understands when he wants to shoot it. If it falls, it falls. If it don't, it don't. He got a green light. So this is how he plays. This is what he does, and the team is still winning. And he still had a triple double. If you're not covering him the right way, he can still get to the foul line. If you is, he can still get his teammates involved. They was getting a lot of cuts and a lot of dump offs and a lot of kickouts. Him and Reeves, and if you guard them that way, they will find a way to punish you depending on how you guard them and what you're trying to do. And that's the best part of this roster. Is really good for them to have a little bit of space and a little bit of interior players too, so they can always have an option if they can't score the basketball. But 4 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block for Luka. No personal fouls and a +20 and plus minus. Austin Reeves, 38 minutes. That ended up being the most on the team. He had some wrist problems in this one. We'll see if he sit out in the next one. But he tied Luka for game high 31 points. But he went 10 of 20 from the field. He did a good job getting close to the rim. Did a good job of hitting his threes. He finished 4 of 10 from three and 7 of 9 from the free throw line. He's a tricky scorer, and he always keeps you a little off balance. And that allows him to get to the free throw line, or you're just too touchy and too pushy on him. And that's good because his hands is good with the dribbling. He knows how to create separation. He knows how to create space, and he can knock down shots even coming off screens. 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 turnover, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, plus 18 and plus minus. My favorite player off the bench tonight was Luke Kennard. He did a good job of coming off screens as well and just trying to make the right pass or the right basket, whether that's pulling up for three, hitting the mid range, or getting a little closer to get a higher percentage shot for himself or his teammates. He shot 5 of 8 from the field or 2 from 3. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, a block, and 4 personal fouls, and was a +2 and plus minus. Jared Vanderbilt, 15 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. That was a good night for him. He also had 4 rebounds and assists, and that's why he was able to do a couple other things besides just score. No turnovers, 2 personal fouls, 2 of his rebounds were offensive, and a -1 and plus minus. Drew played 3 minutes. He had 3 points. He made a three. That was his only shot, and that was good that he made it. Then he had a personal foul. It was a -1 and plus minus. Jake LaRavia, 25 minutes. He had 8 points. He went 1 of 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. Hasn't shot the ball that great. Had good looks. He just blew them in this one. The best part about it, though, is that he had 8 free throw attempts, and he was able to make 6 of 8. So that ended up being a good night for him when it comes to free throw. But other than that, it was a bad one offensively. When it came to scoring the basketball, he did have 7 rebounds and 4 assists. So it makes his game about average because he also had 2 steals. He had 1 personal foul, was a +13 and plus minus. Dalton Connect didn't do anything. He just got on the court and played. He had a -2 and plus minus. Thero played 2 minutes. He got a rebound and a turnover, and then he had no personal fouls and was a -2 and plus minus. Cubby Bumpkin played 2 minutes. He had 2 points. He missed his wide open three, but then he made a 2 pointer. He had no turnovers, no personal foul, and was a -2 and plus minus. And then Bronny James, he didn't do anything but get an assist, which is better than nothing. He had a turnover. I mean, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and was a -2 and plus minus. And then the field goals, the Lakers shot 48% from the field. The Minnesota Timberwolves shot 46. 29% from three for the Lakers, 25 for the Timberwolves, 73% from the free throw line for the Lakers, 79% for the Timberwolves, 47 rebounds for the Lakers, 43 for the Timberwolves, 31 assists for the Lakers, 22 for the Timberwolves, 6 turnovers for the Lakers, 11 for the Timberwolves, 7 steals for the Lakers, 4 for the Timberwolves, 2 blocks for the Lakers, 5 for the Timberwolves, 14 offensive rebounds for the Lakers. That helped their offense. That helped them stay ahead a little bit too. And the Timberwolves had 8 and 33 defensive rebounds for the Lakers, 35 for the Timberwolves, and 20 personal fouls for the Lakers, 24 for the Timberwolves. The Lakers was able to continue to score. They was able to continue to get the shots that they liked, and they was able to get a lot of good wide open shots, whether that was from passing or screen setting. And the Timberwolves just couldn't guard them. They just couldn't stop them. And then they had trouble scoring the basketball throughout the game. And once they got behind, the Lakers was able to keep it at their own advantage. You know what I mean? They was able to stay ahead, and they just was able to pile it on the Timberwolves after that. And the Timberwolves just could never get back in it. They just could never get enough stops, and they just couldn't make enough shots at all to slow down or stop or even threaten the Lakers in this game to be able to have a chance to win it. And the Lakers can do that. You know, they might not be the greatest defensive team, but if you have trouble staying in front of them, you have trouble trying to guard them, they will get to the free throw line. They will make some shots, even some tough ones. And if you can't do the same throughout the game, they can still beat you because they can be a tough team to guard and a tough team to stop. And that's what they were tonight, and the Timberwolves can hang with them. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.